big strong We're going back to 1939, so we are. Welcome back to 1939.
She asked with the media day. This week after
Or even worse. Or even worse.
that's a fucking thing. Like, I know there's somebody else.
Your principality right there.
What's going on mine?
That's on this school.
Did you give her your name? Did you give her your name? Did you give your daughter? They were bullies in school.
Does that woman have the crutch?
Refusing medication!
Give that woman her medication.
Excuse me. Does that woman have a crutch?
Give that woman her medication, for fuck's sake. She's made it clear she needs her medication and you're holding it back. What's that about?
That's her son who needs to give her her medication!
Just explain she needs her medication. Give her her medication.
Help her get into the car. There's no doctor here. There's a doctor down in custody. It'll take longer for a doctor to get up here. Have you ever tried ringing South and East Belfast?
An ambulance, get her an ambulance. The Ulster Hospital's 2 minutes away. Ulster Hospital's 2 minutes away.
Understand that, mate? It's not a medical emergency. We have our own doctor.
Who says? Who are you to decide if it's a medical emergency? Are you a doctor? Right then, what are you talking about?
What I can see in front of me.
What? Are you trained? Are you trained professional? Are you?
Help her get into the car.
That's her son. Yeah. He's asking her. He's asking them clearly just to give her the medication.
Read it and then he says to me, "You were doing all right."
And this doctor here has diagnosed.
On the medication side, you saying you can't help. I'm saying I'm not going to push her in her car. I'm not putting her in her car. I want her to get an ambulance from a doctor.
Do you want her to get an ambulance?
Yes. And
You have to call her an ambulance.
You have to.
You're not a medic. You're not a doctor. Call her an ambulance. Tell him you want an
I
ambulance.
like an ambulance for my mother.
This lady wants an ambulance. She needs an ambulance.
Refuse that woman medical needs.
You're not medics. Get an ambulance. Do you not know what to do?
This one doesn't know that the Ulster Hospital is 2 minutes away.
Trying to get me up in the truck. Are you for real? What do you mean you're trying to get me up in the truck?
Do you want a hospital, miss?
Then you're trying to get me up.
Do you want a doc? Do you want an ambulance?
What are you saying?
This office from the
Would you like an ambulance?
Back there, she'll get
Excuse me, don't lay a hand on me. Would you like an ambulance? Okay, you're within your rights. They told you no. Are each sure any of you doctors? Any of you doctors? Okay, do you know what? We've got it on film here. Are you a doctor? Sorry, what's your name, please? That's a number. What's your name, please?
They told me I wasn't allowed an ambulance.
What's your name, sir?
Well, an ambulance coming
Excuse
for
me.
you.
The lady wants an ambulance.
I asked for an ambulance before you came over to speak to me. I asked you for an ambulance and they said I wasn't allowed one. But I'm going to police. There's an ambulance coming now to see her. I can't take her nowhere. Are you joking? I didn't come. These aren't qualified doctors. Fire truck.
50137.
It's on its way.
Yeah, they can't move you. You stay there. They're not doctors. You stay there. Okay?
They told me that I wasn't allowed an ambulance.
They can't. They're not doctors.
Look at my arms. They pulled the arms clean out of me.
Sorry, you can bring him up for
Four of
assault.
them jumped on top of my friends, and I wasn't.
I've got it all on
social
here.
distancing
I've
or
got it all
anything.
on here.
And
Don't
they
worry.
told me that I was. I don't know what they said. They just jumped on me
What reason did they give you for jumping on you?
because my friend. I was shouting, "Leave her alone!" Because 4 people were on top of her.
Okay.
And she's only 5 foot and about 4. I don't know, 6 stone.
Have you been arrested?
Yes, they.
What
told
have
me
they
I was
arrested you for?
I don't know what they've arrested.
What has she
me
been
for.
arrested for?
What's your
Disorderly
medical
behaviour?
condition?
You've been arrested for disorderly behaviour. That's 15440. What's your name, please? What's your name, please? I'm asking you for your name. You're obviously a senior officer.
I don't have to give you my name.
I'm asking for your name. Is there a reason that you won't? I'd be very suspicious. I have all this on film.
Thank you very
You
much.
let me know which solicitor.
Thank you.
And we will make sure. I don't mind standing back. We're waiting on an ambulance. We're waiting for an ambulance, sir.
Waiting for ambulance.
Have you medical conditions? Have you medical? What are your medical conditions? Please take your hand off me. This is assault. Take your hand off me, sir. Thank you.
Stop bringing us on our lawful duty.
There's the door. What's the lawful duty?
Lawful duty of arrest.
We're waiting on an ambulance. Oh, so you are arresting her?
She's already arrested.
Okay.
So if you could stand back away from us.
I have it all for you.
No, we don't.
Don't you worry.
If you stand back and wait.
What's your name?
Margaret O'Reilly.
Margaret O'Reilly.
Margaret. This is
Marguerite.
so embarrassing.
Marguerite, you're in the right. Don't worry.
This is really embarrassing. I can remember my son today.
You're the one who's embarrassed.
I don't know whether she's in shock or not because she just been assaulted. So
I don't even know where to put my arm because my arm is sore.
No, you're the one with the badge on. You're the one that's diagnosing the poor lady. Well, she needs an ambulance. Well, she has
the woman needs an ambulance.
She has informed you that she needs medical help.
You're not
Well, I am sore. I am not after getting after being through down that.
Marguerite, are you registered disabled?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Son to shove in their car.
I was hit by a car 6 years ago. I've been waiting on a new knee. My knee operation went wrong 2 years ago. And because there's no money for operations, I've been knocked back until I had to wait another year. 2 weeks ago I went for a pre-op and now I had to cancel it because I can only do 4 operations a day
Because of the COVID situation?
because of the COVID situation.
And why did you come here today?
I came here with my son so that
For peaceful protest?
for peaceful protest.
The job's on her.
And for all the young people who have come across in the past and who are in the slow lane and can't do anything, at least I've got my young sons. They don't have anyone. I can't even lean my arm.
Our son thinks
Here's the ambulance coming, I think.
that's because she's asked them to right.
No, it's not. It's a police van.
This officer said you were down to police someone in the car. I thought
You weren't.
That's right.
You're asked to help her legs into the car and that's it.
You're right, there's not because she's a hat. And after all this, you're
Time will tell.
What's your name, love?
Marguerite O'Reilly. Yeah. I can't believe this is happening.
She's just sitting here like, oh, she needs
I think they're specialised in that. So embarrassed.
Have you got a solicitor?
So I've seen a friend down the
Okay, so we're now talking about a positive mob of PSNI officers surrounding one disabled woman in the back of a police car who's about to be transferred to a police van and has been denied an ambulance and a doctor. Need an ambulance?
It's all on camera.
Yes, on camera.
Yes, I have all got them marks. I've got one. Where's she got? I got a nothing on her. She pushed me down that alley. Oh, well, don't worry, I'm going to give my son. I can't do it. You're talking. You're disgrace.
Here's the big wig coming now.
Poisonous! You've all got family, you've all got friends, you've all got mums, you've all got babies.
The ambulance is
What sort of democracy are you letting
on
live
its
in?
way.
I asked for medical help. Can I please?
I'm on the phone to the ambulance, so I have to go out. thousands of people here standing on camera. Video.
They're going to try and scoop her up and get her in there before the ambulance comes.
Do not go into the van. Wait on the ambulance. Wait on the ambulance. You are not medics. You are not allowed to remove her until you check her medical condition. And the ambulance has been called. And you seem to be a very authoritarian policeman. I've got their shoulder numbers, all of them. They won't give me names. That guy there is a senior person there in the PSNI.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
You can't move. No.
You're a disabled person, they're not allowed to take you.
Do not lift me. Please do not touch me. My foot.
Do not touch her.
No, I will not.
You're not giving us a choice. You need to help us out here.
She's requested an ambulance and an ambulance is on the way. You leave her be till the ambulance comes.
Trained to deal with this woman.
Right, folks. Right, folks. If you can move back, please. Thank you. If you can move back, please. Thank you. Move back, please.
If you touch me, it's assault.
No, it's not
You
assault.
touch me, it's
I'm
assault.
asking you, it's a lawful
If
requirement.
you touch me, it's assault.
Okay.
And I'm disabled too.
Just ask you to move back a little bit. Let my colleagues do the work. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
They're trying to remove that lady forcibly. This is a disgrace.
No, because we need
You will push her out of the way?
Yes, sir. Can you move everyone back, please?
Right. Yes, he'll still get as good a quality.
I would like you to move out of my chair. Guys, can you move everyone back? Give us a bit more space,
Okay,
please.
folks, please move back. Give them a wee bit of room to work, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys, watch that car. You don't damage it, okay? Just be careful.
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. Marguerite, say no.
Look at this.
That's an abuse.
Assault! I used to touch with the other arm. I used to touch. Where's the female officer?
Assault. Where's the female officer? Female officer.
She could have domestic violence history or anything. If you don't know anything about that woman,
Where's the female officer that accompanied her? These men that took their hands all over that woman. Where's the woman officer? Look, there's 4 men with no woman got their hands all over that woman. Where's the woman officer?
I used to believe in the PSNI, you know. These are scum. These are freaking scum. This is ridiculous. There's a woman with a crutch being bustled into a PSNI van.
Shame on you! 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 Guys, just stand back there, please, will you?
Where's your social distancing, PSNI? Just asking.
They don't have to. They also don't have to use the track and trace apps either. I wonder why that is.
You know what? We pay your wages. No, respect from a pig, but a grunt, I know.
Take your mask off.
Smith says BBC's for
Stephen Nolan being one of them.
Don't talk.
he doesn't got it wearing it.
God, you see if he had been running after me for not wearing a
That's my local garage. I went into the garage owner and I said to him, you did that. You give him the say so to do that. I will never buy another thing off you.
Did he?
Yeah. And he looked at me and I said, you will never get my custom. That's where I get everything. Bottom of the Lisburn Road.
Yeah.
I was
He doesn't
disgusted.
know if that person was exempt or what was wrong with that person.
It's
But he
business.
is just a disgusting.
He's out of control.
being, like.
He's like the PSNI. He's out of control. There's Whitey again, Silver Fox. He's the boss, him.
See how many people that have tested positive for this and aren't sick? Are not sick.
The test gets trace elements of the COVID.
I mean, do you know, it is convenient that the inventor of the test died just last year.
And he said it was never meant.
Never meant.
It wasn't meant to be used. And we're being filmed.
Do you know, these guys are actually...
I'm being filmed by the PSNI unit. Probably I'll get a knock at my door later, but I really don't care. In fact, I dare you to try and charge me with something.
They're actually recruited on their low IQ now.
Really?
So that, yeah, because they don't want anyone with
anybody with a
IQ,
brain.
You know, they have to have people that will follow instructions. It's not like intelligent people that are going to do their own research.
No,
That's why
but a brain
you
would be
get, that's
dangerous.
why you get the likes of this as your police
Yeah, that's the truth.
Hello. Well, where are you?
Your paws in the game. Use your paws.
Better late than never. It's over. It's over. You missed all the fun, by the way. Yeah, good speakers. And the place has been amazing. They've been great sport.
You see, there's the point in question. How long does it take an ambulance to get here?
The hospital's 2 minutes around the corner.
No, that's what I mean. That's the point.
But it could be.
I'm not sure.
Policeman, take the nappies off your face.
Well, we're just investigating this here.
You're killing yourselves.
See ya.
You find somebody, have you?
You know why they're going to have your face? Because they're all going to be done for criminal. Criminal offences against their own people. Disabled lady.
There's helicopters coming up too. I can hear something.
If you're educated, you won't wear a mask. If you're uneducated, you'll wear a mask.
The ambulance comes. I can't believe just to watch a girl who's just been shoved into the back of a lorry, of a van.
Say that again.
I said I can't believe we've just watched a girl on crutches being manhandled into the back of a van.
Yeah. It's scary they come up. Bring the crowd up, you know.
Yeah, they
Well, you
do.
see, then they get the photographs, which is, you know, the disruptors causing hassle at the rally. But that's where, see, that's the irony. I don't like social media or Facebook. I'm not on any of that. Sometimes it's the only way you can get information out because the normal media is not covering it.
He's way back down again. Oh, hey Gordon, hello there.
Hello, how are you doing?
Not too bad, that's good. There's how you pass.
You came out for a nice day and had it ruined. Nice quiet day.
He's a bit spooked.
He is.
They're using the ones on top of the jeeps too there.
But half of them would lots of people
Oh,
there.
I don't know about that. I don't really think they have the intelligence.
Would he be as badly conditioned?
I don't really think they have the intelligence. That's crowd like
That's a long go.
I'd like to see the politicians defend this happening on their doorstep.
Well, it's good that we're here, you know. Just even standing here. It's brilliant.
This is a good crowd.
A lot of them have gone home. Yeah, well, I agree with you. It could be bigger. A lot have gone home because of what happened earlier on. The meeting didn't get completed because the slot.
there was a few arrests. People doing absolutely nothing.
Well, they tried at the start. You see, the loudspeakers over it. It's our duty to inform you. You have to socially distance. And they did that about 6 or 7 times, and then it didn't work.
The speeches.
Yeah, and then that didn't work. So then they brought in, it was just presence. And then after that, it was a free for all. All women have arrested.
Is it all?
Well, there was a couple, I think there was 1 or maybe 2 men. I know there was one
Majority of women.
who did absolutely nothing as well.
Yeah, and one of them now, that girl, a disabled girl on crutches, has just been hauled into the back of that van. Won't give her medication. Her son's here. She came here with her son.
They won't give her a medication.
No, she came to protest about the fact she was due to have a knee and hip replacement in 2 weeks, and it's been cancelled. And her son came with her to help her, and her friend, who's 5 foot something, got literally jumped on by 2 police officers, and she tried.
Was that her friend?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, and she tried to save her, sort of thing, pull her off, and they jumped on her as well, and she's the one who got arrested. And there was no need for this. It was a very peaceful, quiet rally. There was no weapons, there was no anything like that.
I wonder did they do their own research? You know?
Well, who?
Did they do their own research on what's going on?
Who, the police?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I thought they wouldn't affect the enforcement. They have no rule to affect it. They can guide you, but they can't do anything more than that. They can hand out fines, but they can't do much more than that. And the problem is, understandably, they didn't want to get caught in the middle between the government and the legislation. That's why the likes of Nolan, the police need to go and enforce face mask wearing. Police don't want to do that because, number one, it's impossible, and number two, it doesn't work.
Well, I don't know how many doctors, for goodness sake.
In America?
The last one, the neurologist, the German neurologist.
Yes,
You did see
I saw him, yeah.
No, this is a woman.
Oh no, that's a different one I'm thinking of.
At his girlfriend's house.
She will
So when
definitely
they
never be an
raided the house,
neurologist. She'll definitely
he started
never be
shooting
wearing
at
a
them,
mask because
and he
the
pulled
damage it
the girl.
does to a brain, never mind a child's
And she
brain,
got shot.
but any brain. And she says that once your brain cells die, so once they're starved,
They don't regenerate.
They don't regenerate. She says that the dementia rates in the next 10 years are going to be through the roof. She says, but for children, she says it's criminal because when their cells are more metabolic than adults, so they need more oxygen because they're growing.
I know, it's a scandal.
They're basically stunting.
God forgive you how you put your head on a pillow and say that you are standing there and just brutalized 3 women today, not a man, 3 women today.
And not only that, but the fibres that they're breathing in when they're wearing them, there was a study done on that recently. Every single one, so those masks, the N95 masks, the cloth masks, all the loose fibres can go down into your lungs.
That's right.
And they can cause COPD, fibrosis,
which looks like respiratory disease, which gets passed off as COVID. So the numbers go up, so that backs up
But
their
not only that, it can cause lifelong illness, not just a short illness. This can actually cause lifelong lung disease.
It's a scandal. It's a scandal.
Willingly doing it just
Absolute.
because they're told to.
Absolute scandal. Absolute scandal. Young people aren't allowed to be young. Old people. Nobody think asking an old person, do they want to be locked up in a home?
I have yet to speak to one old person that is okay with
What's happening in their name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would rather have the company. I mean, the flu kills so many old people. You know, that's all we ever hear.
It's a disgrace.
Is that another person, or is that her just?
The fact they've shut those doors up, like.
Aye, but so just be more.